Hello, my name is Toya and welcome back to my videos. As you can see here, this is a fresh account. I've gone ahead here and I have re-rolled for Silent Suzuka. It's amazing that I also went ahead and I got her with the new banner character. Even though I was not after Biwa, I did get her. So we are going to head over here and we're going to start summoning for cards right away. And what I'm doing here is I'm trying to fish for some front cards, and if I get some front cards we will be in a lot of luck, because on my actual account I don't have any front cards apart from the one of Silent Suzuka, so I can't really make front runners. So in order to do the video on front runners, I have decided to start a fresh account and hopefully just get a front runner and then just get some cards that will help out. They don't have to be SSR cards, they can just go ahead and be R cards because we are doing it as a minimum. So I'm just going to keep flying through these. That card might have been helpful, and here's Silent Suzuka. So no, yes, this is helpful too. So we are already looking very positive as to getting the Silent Suzuka lion here. Okay, and this is the banner card. Perfect. It won't help us. Well, it might help us. We could technically use it as our wit card, so we can, yeah, we will use it as our wit card. It's fine. Okay, we will definitely use it as our wood card. So, and here it is. We did need this, the twin turbo, because that will be our stat. That will be what gives us our skills. So that's perfect. That's more or less the card that we need. And now we just oh, and here we go. I might use this. We will definitely use this. Perfect. That's also very perfect. We did go ahead and get Mihono, so that is a good front runner card, but I don't think we need any strength. But if we don't get anything else, I will use her for the skills because that's a perfect card here. And here is the wit card again. That card before that, I'm not sure that character's name, but I am pretty sure they have front runner savvy. Yes, we are definitely using that wit card. Whoa. Okay, so I think that wit card is at max. There we go. We got it 3 times. And yeah, one last pull here. We will see if we manage to get another and there she is at R as well. Brilliant. Okay, perfect. These are not going to be very helpful. That could have been our next win card. We will have to see. We will have to see here. Oh, and my Manhattan Cafe. I like her so much. Twice. Yes. Okay, I do like Manhattan Cafe. I cannot wait. I cannot wait for her. I cannot wait. I really want to save for her on my account, but we will have to see. So we went ahead and we put 50 into the card banner, and now we will go over here to use our free tickets because we do have free tickets for the scouts. So let's do that really quickly, and hopefully we will get a speed card because that is what we need. And yes, we do. It's a sprint card, which is not very helpful for Suzuka, but it is a speed card, so we can use that just for the speed rainbow. Yes, yeah, all sprint, I am sure. So yes, again. And again, let's hope for another speed card here. And yes, there we go. So this will be a very quick, very easy run through. We have the speed cards that we need, Suzuka is going to be fully online. And yeah, this should be a really easy URA victory straight away. We're not going to do anything else apart from go and level these cards, because this is a brand new account. As you can see, nothing else has been done here. I just came straight in, collected. See, I haven't collected these yet. I just came in, collected what was in the post, and I summoned straight away, and those were the 60 summons that I did. And so we will head over now and we will level up those cards, and as soon as we have those cards level, we will go straight into URA. There will be no waiting, nothing else will be done, because there is nothing else really to be done, and we will see how far we can get. I am hoping to get straight to the end of URA with these two. Well, with these 4 cards, I don't see a reason why we cannot. I wanted to go ahead and level this, but of course we can't use Suzuka with Suzuka, so that would be pointless. And of course we have Miho, but that's a strength card, so we will skip it this time, as we went ahead and we got these other cards. So this is the one I got really lucky with. It doesn't have what we need. I do need this Studios for my late searcher, but none of the other skills are going to be helpful. But I'm going to be using it as my wit card, because yeah, we can really unlock it all the way to the end, so we can get this online. So why not use it as a wit card? We don't have another wit card, and this one is already maxed out. Perfect. This is a perfect start. Okay, so now we are going to look for front cards, and of course Suzuka is the first, but we cannot use her. But we are going to use this card. This card is where we're going to get all of our skills from, because it has the skills that we need. And of course there is Miho, and I will get it online, but I don't know if I'm going to use it. It depends on what I get from the friends list. Yes, because I don't have any friends at the moment. It's a new account, and yes, I think that's all the cards we need online, apart from, I don't think we did the HP one. We didn't do the HP card, so we will go ahead and reset. We will do the wit cards, because we will need 2 wits and we will need the HP card. So yeah, yes. So it seems as if we won't have enough currency to get the stamina card online after this. I just want to quickly remind myself of the skills. Yeah, this is not going to work for a front runner at all. So it is definitely going to be the 2 SRs that I need to use for this. So I'm gonna go ahead and level this up. Actually, no, that doesn't make any sense. I will level up this one first, and then whatever is left over I will put into that one. That way this one will at least be maxed, and the other one will be past the 35 as well. So that will be much better. Yeah, it's a much better plan here. So yeah, and now we are ready to go. We're ready to go straight into URA. There's no waiting. There's no nothing here. We go straight in, we pick Suzuka, and we move forward. Obviously we need to check on who we're going to use, because this is our limited pool here of veterans, and I'm just gonna quickly check what race type she has. If you are a new player or you're building for the first time, you should always go in here and just check that you have everything you need for the races that they're going to do in their career. And yes, as I thought, all of her lengths are perfect, so we choose speed here and we get going. So even though these are new, they will be perfect, they will work perfectly fine. So now we go ahead and we choose our deck here, and that is more or less perfect. I'm not sure about the scenario link here. I think that's the only one we need to change, and we need to change that into the twin turbo card. And once we have done that, I think this is perfect. Even without the Mihon, this would be great. I would have liked to have used that heart card of my own, but we just do not have that space, and I don't know if she is going to really need that protection. So as you know, she'll be out front, she probably won't need that protection. So we're going to go like this, and yeah, this is the best option. I don't think putting another speed card here would actually do anything for us. I'm just thinking if I could go for speed, that might make things a little bit easier, but no, we definitely need the 2 width and the HP. So I might end up cutting out a few bits of this video, or else it will probably end up being 2-3 hours long, because these playthroughs are quite long. Even though they seem quite short, it is quite deceptive. I will be putting it on full speed because I have in fact already read through these stories, and I don't think that you reading through this is actually going to help right now. You can do that on your own time. And as you can see, again, it is a fresh account. I am still getting the tutorials here, so this is the first time in URA. So yeah, we will not be allowing her to fail. Failure is not an option at any point during this run, because we need everything to be perfect. So we are going to go ahead and we're going to start off here really strong. We are going to always fish for the skills. If there's an exclamation point on that particular twin turbo card, we will always opt for it. Otherwise, we will choose the stat with the most friends on it, just to try to get them maxed out as soon as possible. Luckily, the skill is actually here, or else I would have missed out on that. And Moxie is perfect. I will definitely be taking that. That's a good skill. There are a lot of uphills. It's very deceptive, you might not notice, but there are a lot of uphills in these matches, so that is a really good skill. Of course, I've never rested before, but this is my first time. Like I said, it is better to rest than to at all risk their happiness. You do not want to risk their happiness at all. So, oh, I've never tried this before. Wondering. Yeah, okay. That's a good choice. For some of these, I don't have these cards on my account. I don't have any speed cards, so I'm trying to make sure I choose the right options here. So yeah. Okay, that's a good option. All right. Oh, there's so many choices. But yeah, I'll be simply showing you the basics of the first couple of runs here, and then I will go ahead and I think I will skip to the later ones, just so that I don't make this into a 3-hour video, because that would be too long for anybody to concentrate on watching. So yes, as you can see, the whole idea is to make sure that you don't take any risks with her. You just make sure that she's always rested. If she says she's a little bit tired, even if it's just a little bit tired, you just listen to her. And if you do that and you let her rest when she wants to rest, she will be a lot happier. And Suzuka is one of those characters that you can literally see when she's upset, because she is mostly upset, but when she gets happy you can really tell. So you want to keep her happy, and the more happy you keep her, then the more likely she is to, give you extra skill points. And that is what you want here. You don't want to have to go and fish for your own skill points. You want them to give you extra skill points because they are working hard and because they like you. So yes, I am going to go ahead here and I'm going to take the final rush. And the reason why I'm going to take the final rush is because I won't have another end skill right now. So I want to start at the front and end at the front. And this is my first race, so I'm going to have to go ahead and do that. But that is the whole point. So I am going to end out a bit after this first race, and what I want to say is that you should go ahead and use this pre-debut to max your friends as much as possible, and you can kind of almost do that in the second round as well, because you will have the speed, the stamina and the wit that you need. So if it's on one of those three skills and slightly into the strength, maybe until about 150, you can go ahead and dip into that, and make sure that those are the only skills you use. You don't need guts too much. So if you can toss up between speed and stamina to get up the extra friends bonuses until they're rainbow. And if you need to, go over to wit, because that will give you extra energy anyway. Like you see here, she went ahead and she dominated that race, and yes, we will just be able to skip those from now on. Of course, this is my first concert. We will not be watching this because yeah, we have other things to do. Sorry Suzuka, we can watch that later. And yeah, we will move on. So let us see what we have next, and then I will know if I can skip forward a few stages for us here. So okay, no, I cannot, because it is to earn fans. So I will show you that the best option for earning fans here is to go ahead and do the training until you are down. You want to be down on your energy, so you will go ahead and you will see the skills that you can use, and then you will use that skill until you have a percentage chance to fail. And once you have a percentage chance to fail and there is nobody over there on your wit, if there's nobody on the wit, then you can go like this, you can go back out and you can start to race, because what you don't want to do is to waste your energy while you are racing. So we will go ahead and we will quickly do this race, and as you will see, when we come out of it, our stamina will have gone down. Even though stamina has nothing to do with the races, it will, because you can race with no stamina at all, it will go down once you have exited the race. So the point is to make sure it's going down where you could not use it anyway, and then when you rest you can then be able to use it again. You do not want to waste your stamina at all. She should have no problems with this run. She does have the final rush, it's not a problem, and that is how you want to do it. And the good point about doing it right now is that you are still at the pre-OP. So if you go ahead and you don't wait until later, because as you go through the stages, you will then have OP, and that will be a little bit more difficult for Suzuka to do. So what you want to do is you want to keep those races at the pre-OP so that she can get the most skill points out of that. And the way to do that without going under the recommended is to do it right as soon as they offer it to you. And so this is perfect. So all I need to do is to do 2 matches, and so we do we check for the skill points. We do not have enough skill points, as you can see, and we can go straight back into another race. And once we do this, you see it's got up to OP. There would have been pre-OP, but we are up to OP now, and we can still go ahead and just do this really easily. You can go in and watch it, but the best thing to do is just to go ahead and just do the quick match. You know how it will go. You will start first, you will end first, and that is all there is once you have the early lead and the final rush and these early stages. So see, there you go, we are out of energy, and now we can just go ahead and rest and get straight back into the game, and that way we have no wasted energy, no wasted turns, and that is the most efficient way to do it. So here we go, we will go ahead and we will try to get her up to rainbow so that we can go ahead and get some extra speed going into the next match here. But yeah, that's more or less what you do. You stick to the speed, the stamina, and the width as much as possible. And if there is no body on anything that you need, you go to the width, because she still needs to get to about 400 width anyway, and you will use that towards replenishing. So there's a lot of people here, so we will go ahead and take the strength. And now you can see that our stamina is really low, so we will go ahead and we will rest here, and she should have a good rest. Yes, okay, that's good. And yeah, we just have to go through, choose the right skills, and make sure everything more or less lines up, and that's it. But always make sure to choose the twin turbo, no matter what. If twin turbo has a skill, you will go ahead and want to ignore everything else on the board, no matter where that card is, and you want to get the skill they are offering to you, because that is the skills that Suzuka needs, and that's the skills that you want for the races. So don't ignore that particular card at all, but it's between stamina, speed, and width here that we need to do. So those are the priority skills, and making sure that you are well rested, and please do not take any risk, because if she gets slightly sad, like you see here, we will be down. I'm going to hopefully hope that somebody offers us our happiness both here before the race, or else I will have to go ahead and take her out. So we will have to see, because there we go, she's back to normal, and we will not risk that. She will rest, and it is always known that there is not a point, not even if it says 1% or 14%, there is not a chance that you should take, because it is very likely that you will still fail at that 1%. It is not oh, it's only 1%, I have a 99% chance to to pass. It is more or less like, oh, there is a chance here that you will fail, and it gives you a percentage, but it's more or less 50-50 every single time. So I wouldn't risk it at all ever. So there you go, now she's back up to great, and yeah, we will go ahead. I think this is the correct answer. Okay, it was not the correct answer. I will know for next time. That's perfectly fine. And so now we will be told what we're going to do next, so it's better to rest, and I will see. So that is all done, so we are heading into the next race. So I will skip ahead now, because that's all you need to know how to do. And so I think here is a good point to bring you back in. I am going to be getting another trophy, and we're fairly far up. We have just been taking the skills that we really require, like I said, and as you can see, she is well out, but we are still really dominating. I haven't lost anything just yet. Everything is going really well, And yeah, we've been having a perfect run so far, and that is amazing for this being our first time. So here's our new trophy, and as you can see, here's where we are with fans, and this is the stage that we just cleared. So we are moving along very nicely, very quickly, and yes, we will pick it up from here because I'm sure there are a lot of things that you would want to see going forward from here. So yeah, as you can see, we're quite well rounded here. We do need a lot of width. I need to get up to 400 width at some point so that she will activate her skills, but anything over 350 will do, as this is our first run. So I will carry on doing it like I said, unless it is Twintober that has exclamation point. We can go ahead and just ignore the rest of the exclamation points because we now have enough skills, and this is amazing. We'll definitely take that. That is a lot of speed bonus, and as you can see, we are moving along quite well on this account. We're having no problems, and this is still going to be a very long video because these campaigns are very long. So yeah, you can just watch for a while and see how everything plays out, and you can go ahead and keep an eye out for the stats, and yeah, that's about all there is to do. Do remember to keep an eye out for early January and for the month of July because you then get extras around that time of year. You will also get given skill points around Valentine's Day, so that is an extra skill point boost for you. I finally got given early lead, so I'm going to run ahead and snag that really quickly. This way it ensures that you will not get trapped behind the pace chasers or the late surgers and not be able to get back into first place. So you really need that. There is of course another skill that allows you, no, two other skills that allow you to return back to the front, but you would really ideally want the early lead to get there in the first instance and not have to worry about those skills proccing later on. One is the escape artist and the other one is, I can't remember, but it's for front runners only, and it allows you to return easily to the front if you're in a further back position mid-race, so you can keep an eye out for that if you're going through front runner skills. And now I would like to take a minute to explain how I've built my Suzuka. I built her with early race and then with Moxie. Moxie stops her from slowing down going uphill, so she will maintain that same pace going uphill, and that is much better than any kind of increased velocity. You just don't want her to slow down at any point, which she will on a hill or any incline if you don't have Moxie. And then I went ahead and I gave her that recovery. Normally you would give recovery to pace chasers and to late surgers, but giving recovery to her just means that I don't have to give her as much stamina as I would have if I didn't have a recovery. So recoveries are always better than having more stamina, because you never know if you're going to proc having stamina, but you are most likely to use your recovery skills if you have them and you have the intellect. So it just all goes together. I wish I had front runner savvy, because once you get into that raise, it automatically procs. It brings up all of your skills to a higher level. However, I didn't manage to get that. So having that recovery kind of sort of makes up for it if it does proc. And perfect. She goes right into the final rush, which is what she needs to be able to, yes, go into her skill, because she just needs to be out there just by a little margin in front of the other players. So if she has that push off into that lead, she will proc her skill and then she'll be off. And obviously if she doesn't do that and she can't, I have given her the home stretch haste so that she'll be able to just get that distance, because she needs a little distance between her and the person in second place so that she can proc her final skill to push over into the end of the game. So that's how I've built her. So she should be perfect for the content that I want to use her for after the URA. So now I just want to make it clear what I meant when I say proccing your stamina. You have a certain amount of stamina when you raise your stamina levels. You need a certain amount of width in order to be able to control the amount of stamina you get. Stuff like rushed and haste will deplete your stamina more quickly. It's easier to recover your stamina than to raise your width in order to manage your stamina, because if you have more stamina than your width can manage, you will lose your stamina and the game will tell you that you did not have enough width to be able to control your stamina and that your character is out of control. So you need the width to control the stamina. If you have a recovery, you can go ahead and recover your stamina without going over that margin, because I'm not prepared to go over like 400 width, so I'm not going to go above 400 or 500 stamina because I won't be able to control it. So a recovery helps with that, because you don't have extra, you're just regaining what you lost. I hope that that is clear. I am going to go ahead and any skills offered to me by Twin Turbo, I am going to take that. Of course, there is no question. Every skill that is offered here, no matter where it's positioned, I will always go after it. It's always going to be a good skill. I wish I could go ahead and get Leader's Pride. I hope I have enough skill points for that, because all of these skills are really helpful, and Leader's Pride just stops me from getting past early race, and it is a good alternative to early lead if you don't happen to have that skill. So all of that skills given or offered to me, yes, I'm going to take it no matter where it is on the board, because it's needed for the front runner character. So let's just keep going here. I hope everything I'm saying is very clear, or just leave a comment. Here we are in June going into July, and we want to prepare, we want to be well rested, we want to make sure that we have enough recovered time to go into that. So her mood has gone down. That is okay. It's not ideal for this, because obviously when we come out of that, she has to go into that training, but this is the best I can do because of where this skill has landed. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to look at these skills, and as you can see here, this is what I mean. Leader's Pride is absolutely perfect for her, but I'm just going to check whatever else. You would ideally also want focus. That is very, very good. Yes, I think focus is a little bit more important right now, because it will stop me from getting all of those, you know, bad starts that I get. It will recover from the bad starts, and I'm more likely to get a late start. But if you are not prone to late starts like I am on my unlucky account, you can go ahead and pick up Leader's Pride, because that is also very helpful. And if you are more inclined to having good luck, go ahead and pick up the advanced recovery, because that is the most important. And there it is, almost instantly the focus has already made itself useful, and that is what I mean. I do not want to get stuck behind any of the pace chasers or any of the late surgers, because then it's just game over for me. So having that recovery in the focus is the most important for people like me who are inclined to late starts. Now this is the first time I have slipped into second place coming around towards the final corner, but I am not worried. As soon as she comes around here, she will straighten out and she will be in front, and then she will be able to proc her skill, because as long as she's just a little bit in front, she'll be fine. I know that she has gone ahead and procced her skill, but I did recover, so my sprint should just outspeed her as we come into the straight, and that should be GG for us. Yes, that's what I thought. And just in case, we still have 2 extra skills to make sure she stays out in front, but I think she will be fine. I think she will win by a margin. Yes, of course she will. And again, I know a lot of people will go for the velocity and the adept and other stuff like that, but trust me very, very much when I say that the recoveries are much more important than those things, and you want to try to get your character to recover rather than trying to get your character to do all of these skills that probably won't proc in those kind of conditions when you need them to. So of course I cannot skip this because it is her first win, but now I think I'll be able to, and I will watch that on my own time. It's fine. I have watched it before, but it is very beautiful. So congratulations, Suzuka. And of course, I know coming after this, we're going to go straight into the summer training. So I am going to be prepared for that. And I will let you watch this because sometimes you get good luck, sometimes you get bad luck. So let's just see what we get here. Now I have found that the most efficient use of energy here is to go ahead and do one of your skills, then to go ahead and do wit, and then to do 2 of your skills again. Of course, I've gone ahead and I have not been lucky here, so nobody has lined up on their skills, but that's perfectly fine. I'm still going to take advantage and do what I need to do here. So I do need to yes, I do need to get this skill up, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the time because I do want to get to about 400 stamina in order to get to the end of everything. But of course I'm going to take the speed as it is on offer, but I am still going to work on getting that 400 stamina. there it is, the skill I couldn't remember the name of. It's fast paced. That's the one that gets you back into the front position, as well as the escape artist. But of course they might not work, they might not proc, so early lead is always going to be the best choice, or taking the lead is an even better choice than that, to guarantee that you get back to the front of the queue really easily right at the start. Okay, and that is perfect. We are first and we are a front runner, so that is amazing. Amazing positioning. We should have no problems with this run at all. And there is the rush debuff with the recovery, absolutely ideal. I am going to go way out in front and I am happy about that. I know a lot of people see that as a debuff, but I keep saying for me it is a buff because I always have the recovery, so full advantage taken. I know exactly what you're thinking, but do not worry, they will not win. My girl has got this, there is no problem here. Absolutely ideal, perfect. There you go, right across this finish line. Still full animation. And like I said, it is better to build for recovery than it is to build for stamina that you cannot control. So there you go, full control there. As you can see, Elle lost control of her stamina and we were perfectly fine, which is of course what would happen because of the earlier rush debuff, but we managed to recover, so we won that safely. So I don't have enough skill points, or I would have gone ahead and pick up Leader's Pride, but on the other hand, there is the option of subdue frontrunners, but I might be the only frontrunner, and of course the frenzied frontrunners is also a good choice if there are also other frontrunners, and the other choice would be firm conditions, but I do not believe we will have firm conditions at the end for the final G, so there is no point of going for that because the season should have changed by the final race, I think. So we were gonna go in here. As you can see, I have 2 circles and 1 triangle. I am perfect for this. It says I am just missing a little bit of stamina, but as you know, I have my stamina recovery, so I am not too worried about that. Also, I have my Moxie, so there should be nothing lost going up the slope, so I am fine here. They did put me fully on the outside here, but I did not get a late start, so I will just come down in a full slant and take the lead with the early lead, which is really good for when you are not in the first bracket, because it just makes a straight beeline and it does not go straight to the wall right away. It does not go straight to the railing. It will give you that little gap, and then she will carry on very efficiently. And I like that. I like having early lead. It makes it so much easier for that little speed up, because you have to go to the front and the game has to make you go to the front. So you do have that extra push off right at the start, and it's much easier than trying to catch up later or anything like that. Taking the lead, and I think that is a skill from Mihono. She has that, and it is absolutely amazing, because unlike early lead, if somebody else has early lead, you can fight it out for whoever's faster. But with take the lead, she goes straight to the front. Nobody else gets to say anything. She is in front of everyone. She is the princess of everything. So that is very nice. And here we go into final rush, and everything is absolutely perfect. You would have thought putting her on the outside would have made a difference, but not with early lead. She will just come straight across in a straight line and take over. Nobody else will even get a view, because that early lead without any interruption really did help to increase the whole flow and velocity of the entire race. So thank you very much for that game. I know that wasn't the plan when you tried to outsmart me by putting me all the way in the corner in the least ideal position, but luckily there were no other front runners in my way, and that was the ideal here. So yes, these concerts are very amazing, and you should go ahead and you should watch them on your own time. They are quite fun. But when you're in the middle of, having a role, you want to carry on, and you can always just go back and watch these concerts later. And I do recommend it. They're quite cute, and it's something to do in your spare time, especially when you are out of stamina, out of energy, and you cannot start a new career. It is very much fun. And let's go ahead here into training, and we will pick up. Yes, we will take this. Thank you very much. Friendship training, and that is perfect. That is perfect for going forward. And also thank you, Suzuka. I am glad that you have decided to be sad now. This is the perfect time to go ahead and be sad, because if you had been sad just before the race, I would have been very upset. Well, here we can go ahead, we can do your training, and right at the end, we can go ahead and we can make you not great, but at least good enough for the race. And that is more ideal than people like Super Creek, who wait until just before the race and decide to be upset even after you decided to recreate them to make them happy. So, okay, I'm rambling, but I am very happy that you have chosen the perfect time to be sad. So thank you very much, Suzuka, and yes, let us go ahead and head out, and now we can make you happy just before the race, and everything is perfect. This is one of the better turnouts when they get sad just before the finale for no reason, and of course it is more ideal this way. I am going to quickly pick up Homestretch Haste now that I've got this, because that is the best choice here. Normally if I hadn't got Homestretch Haste, I would have gone ahead and pick up the Swinging Maestro, but this is the best option for ensuring our victory here. And as everything is perfect, we are going to head over into the qualifiers, and I am seeing that there should be absolutely no problems here. And I know it's gone ahead and it's shown 2 dashes here. That is perfectly fine. I do have my recoveries. I am not worried about that at all. I am pretty sure that we will be able to clear this URA and get to the end.
空が広がる中京レース場。ターフも絶好の両馬場になりました。
十分に実力を出せるレースとなりそうですね。
さあ、1番人気の紹介です。ナイスネイチャー。この評価は少し不満か。2番人気はこの子、メジロライアン。注目のここまで無敗グランプリウマ娘サイレンス鈴鹿。2枠4番での出走。
私が一番期待している馬娘。
But this is just the qualifiers, so I think we'll be okay here. We did not go ahead and we did not proc early lead, but I think everything should be fine. We are on the inside, so it's just a matter of picking up momentum. If we had, of course, been on the outside, it would have been a little bit more difficult, but we did have the moxie, so we did not lose speed, so we're just going to ramp up and come across. I do expect that someone will pass us for a few moments in the final corner, but we will come out of it no problem. I don't see any problems with this, not with the fact that we have not been interrupted with speed so far. I can see that Nice Nature is the one who's going to come to challenge us, because she has already procced here and now she is on the outside, so that is our yes so she is our competition for now, so we just need to stay ahead of Nice Nature and we'll be fine. I am not really concerned about Ryan here. She will fall off, so no, Nice Nature is our competition, so we just need to stay ahead of her and not be distracted by Ryan here, who's trying to distract us from the actual threat that is coming from behind. But absolutely perfect, absolutely ideal, and we have won this. Sorry, Nice Nature, maybe next time. This was a fairly easy clear, so I'm expecting the semi-finals to be also an easy clear. The one that we will need to worry about, of course, will be the final. So we will go ahead, and even though it's a 9% chance here, shall we risk it? No. No, we will not. We will not even take a slight bit of risk, and that is what I keep saying. Do not risk, do not risk, do not risk. If you had said yes, take it, then you are wrong. Never ever take the risk. We of course have not got enough skill points to go ahead and get another skill right now. However, we will be able to do it and get one for the final, so we should get enough skill points to go ahead and get the Swingy Nitro just in time for the final, so we will go ahead and wait for that. And here we go, and like I said before, I knew the weather would change. It is now winter, so there is no firm conditions, so yes, that would definitely have been a waste of taking that skill just for the finale of the URA. When making decisions like that, it is good to look ahead and work out what month it will be, so you can determine what season it will be, and then you can guess more correctly what kind of weather and what kind of conditions the ground will be in, and you will make wiser decisions just from doing a little bit of math. We still have circles here and we still have the dashes. We're only 15, but I'm looking over. I saw that most of the others have a lot of dashes too, which means that the competition is not that far ahead of us in terms of stats. We are still perfect here. We are in the lead. We did get early lead and focus, so we are very much ideal here. No, I am not worried. I'm not worried about any of this. We are firmly in the lead, and yes, nobody is coming Oh no, somebody is coming to challenge us. Okay, that is not going to work out in our favor. We might actually lose this. I can see it. I can see it happening because she is extra quick for no reason. That is a little bit too fast on the inside to be normal. She's going to overtake us, and that should not be possible. We should be roughly at the same speed. She should not be able to overtake me here, but she is going to overtake me, and that is crazy because we are going on an uphill, and she took over on an uphill. So it is obvious that we have lost here, and I'm unsure why we have lost here. I am being surrounded. She is actually in front of me. I have been blocked in, so I cannot win this now that I have been blocked in. That seems really unfair here. I don't know what the computer was thinking by doing that, because yeah, that's a level of speed that she is pulling here, and obviously I will proc no skills here to challenge her. That is not normal. That is a computer error right there. I'm sorry. We will have to try this again. That came out of nowhere. I would have thought that only Gold Ship could do that, but apparently this character here, Jordan, decided that she had a cheat sheet and that she was going to overtake everyone, and that is absolutely crazy that she overtook me on an uphill. It is so crazy that even my phone decided to glitch there. But let us go into the race again, because I am pretty sure that that will not happen again. That was definitely a computing error, and we should go ahead here and actually play the game the way it was meant to be played. I am sorry, I don't understand how the game thought that this was like an early game race and we were at zero everything. That doesn't make sense. Okay, so we are back here. That was definitely a computer error, because look at this distance I have here, and yes, it would make more sense. It would make more sense if somebody like Vodka came from behind at that distance, or even Gold Ship came from behind at that distance, but for her, that was crazy. So we are actually using our skills this time. Here's the recovery, and as you can see, that is where she should be, behind the other characters. That is where she is supposed to stay. Yes. I don't understand how that happened and how she overtook us on an uphill. That made no sense. So here we go. Finally, the game has decided to make sense, and one of the characters who are supposed to overtake us is now trapped, and that is Gold Ship. Great, she is actually trapped, so we should have no problem here, because that is the only character that is meant to challenge us here. There is no way that without even proccing a skill, she could take over the entire race and outspeed everyone. That would have made no sense at all, and it made no sense, game. You cannot overtake the entire field without a single skill, without a single proc. That was crazy. That was crazy. But I guess the game just wants somebody to win with a large margin. Here she comes again, and she would have caught up with us again. That is insane. I don't know what kind of skill she has. We have to wait. Oh, I have to go find her, this Tosin Jordan, and I have to see what she is packing, because she has some amazing skills. She has an amazing skill there, and I did not expect to use a clock on the quarterfinals or on the semi-finals, but here we are. She has made me use a clock on the semi-finals. That is one less clock for the finals. That is crazy. That was a crazy defeat. It was magical. I've never seen a race like that. She completely dominated. And it's not the fact that she completely dominated, it's the fact that she completely dominated without using a single skill. She must have something like Gold Ship that I didn't see for a long time. Amazing. So here we will take our final speed, and that should hopefully mean that after we clear the entire board, we will end up with enough wit to be able to do the other things that we need to do later on, because of course when I've finished here she has to go and be the one who clears my dailies. So we will see how she manages to do those. So yes, let's go ahead and pick up the swinging maestro, and we shall be able to do the finals, no problem, not unless there is another Tosen Jordan. And of course that's a lot better than I thought. We still have a triangle here. I thought we might have 3 dashes. So yeah, we are golden. We are perfect. We will definitely win this. That's not an issue. And you can just imagine if you actually have veterans, how easy this would have been. So yes, this is ideal conditions we have. I don't know if I will have to cut out some more of this video. I'm thinking it's already about an hour and a bit already, so I don't know how much longer it will be. Probably about an hour and a half video. By the time it's over, I will have to do some trimming someplace.
名勝負になる舞台は整いましたね。
このレース最も人気は今スタートが切られました。各馬娘揃って綺麗なスタートを切りま
So
した。
I did not get the focus there. That is a bit of a shame, but I did actually get the early lead, even though it's a bit late. I do expect my skills to be a little bit late because my wit is a little low for this stage. So I just hope and pray that I do use all of my skills, and if I do, I will be able to win. There is no problem here.
先頭はサイレンス鈴鹿安心で飛ばしていきます。2番手の位置で先頭を伺うのはスーパークリーク内ハッピーミーク少し後ろから3番差がなくシアマゾン13番並びかけてきた内には2番すぐに続いて14番1馬身離れて11番その後ろからオグリキャップその後からガリタブライアン向こう正面に入って先頭から新ガリまでおよそ10馬身順位を振り返っていきます。先頭は依然サイレンス鈴鹿2馬身リード続いてはシアマゾンそれを見るようにスーパークリークそのうち並んでハッピーミーク少し離れて14番内を回って13番内から3番外からオグリキャップガリタブライアン並んでくる内で2番1馬身差17番そしてそのうち11番外から行く AM オペラ王18番並んできたそして内目を
And here again, I am magically being taken over on this slope, and that is not correct, and I am going to get trapped here. Yes, I'm going to get trapped here, and that makes absolutely no sense. I do not know this character either, so I don't understand how they took over, so I will lose here. And I'm not sure what's happening with the game right now, because that makes no sense that you take over on the ups without using any sort of skill, and you have to have some kind of skill to take over on an upslope, because you're supposed to slow down going uphill, and I have Moxie to stop me from slowing down. So the fact that they have passed me, that is means they must have some kind of inherent skill. I know she is third, but that was just crazy. Miss Amazon and Miss Jordan, please share your skills with us. And here we go with the late start, but we got with the focus, so hopefully everything will be alright. We are on the outside this time, so that should make everything a little bit smoother coming across, and they should give me enough speed to stay out of the line of these people who keep on trying to outspeed me on uphills, and that should not happen again. We should be fine to win this now, because that was just crazy. And of course, I've noticed that I have not procced any recoveries just yet, so my intellect might be a little bit too low to proc those. That is not a good sign, but as long as we start going uphill and I do proc the Moxie, that should be the decider here. And so here we are, I've procced my Moxie and I'm watching, and nobody else here has procced a Moxie, so they should not be able to overtake me going uphill. That would be weird. Okay, and nobody did, because that would not make sense. Yes, exactly, you cannot overtake me uphill. That just doesn't make sense. On the straight, yes, that's fine, that makes sense here. So we will go ahead and we will battle this out. I will still win. I have confidence in my girl here. And on the final corner, I did not proc my recovery, and I did not on any of the straights either, so I'm hoping that it gives me all of the procs for my skills right now, because that will not make any sense otherwise. Am I winning without procking a single skill? No, of course not. Okay, that makes sense. Because I would say I don't want her cheating either, because that would make little sense. But I guess it was just preparing for her to use her skill. And there you go, guys. I just started a fresh account and I went straight in and I cleared URA, no problem. Well, no problem apart from Miss Jordan and Miss Amazon. After this is just the story, so I'm going to go ahead and crop that out and I will see you on the other side. Okay, and now here we are. I'll probably add back in the stats and the numbers for the fans and stuff before this, just in case anybody wants to see that. And here we go. These are the skills that I got offered, and you can see the skills, of course, that I chose. And I didn't go ahead and I didn't pick up any much extroverted skills, but I will pick this one up now, the Leader's Pride, just because I want to make sure that going forward I don't get passed. And yeah, this is very straightforward, very easy. Of course, at the start you would have seen who I used for my legacy characters, and you would have more or less seen exactly what races I did. I didn't lose a single race, so I don't... yeah. Technically I did lose 2, but they won't show up here. They would have just been a dream that I had at some point. And as you can see, I did not get a lot of skills. That's just because a lot of skills did not drop for me, but I think everything I got here was quite helpful. Nothing was too extroverted, and here again, these are the cards that I used. Nothing too outlandish, nothing too outrageous. You could just go ahead and remove those 2 speed cards that are SSR and just replace them with SR. They will do the same thing as long as they just get leveled up. And like I said, it won't show those 2 losses. It will just say I have a perfect record here, and that will be a perfect record for my very first clear here. I did get really lucky with the speed. I don't know how lucky you will be. Maybe you'll be even more lucky, get up to SS if they all line up more frequently. But yes, you do want to go ahead and get 400 wit and about 450 power and about 400 stamina, I would say, going into the URA. And then your speed should be at least for a front runner be around 650. That's what I've found. Anything lower than that and you will get passed. You will get passed by someone else on that final push. So yeah, more or less those are the numbers that I have found that work. I haven't really lost if I have those numbers. No, I haven't lost if I had those numbers. So I don't expect to clear the hardest part of the dailies because I don't have proper veterans, but I do expect a nice clear of the dailies. And yeah, that'll be it. It's a really long video. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope this was very helpful. Hope you got the numbers down, and yeah, you just saw that you just have to get the right numbers and get the right cards and yeah, build the right positions, and that's it. So again, yeah, my very first URA clear. Yeah, so I wish you all the best. Good luck playing Umamusume.